10 years of competing consecutively and how it's gotten easier. So, a wise person once told me, said about how you say it, how you say it, not about what you say, it's how you say it, that perception is a large component, things like that. I never really buy into that shit. But what I will put stock into is your perception and how you perceive things and how it affects your mood. That I think a lot of the reason why people have a hard time competing in the beginning, their first show, whatever, is it's new, it's scary, they're unsure, they don't know what they're doing. I think that it's not so much the diet, it's not so much the cardio, it's the lack of belief that the diet and the cardio will work. But after 10 years, I can look at myself and I can say I'm on point, I'm on track, I have this many weeks left, I can turn this up, and make it. Like, I know pretty much how to handle things. You can't see your own ass, you have to have someone look at your ass to see if it's going to be in on time. You know, and it's good to have a wise person or two who can say, you should pull this, you should add this in. Because you've used everything and you've done every combination. It's not always the same, you know. So the point I'm trying to make is that with experience, with practice, comes skill. And with skill comes confidence. And with confidence becomes the absence of insecurity. And it makes it easy. And I think that the mood, the external mood, the attitude you take towards dealing with other people is easier. You know, some people who know me know that this is probably the easiest going, friendliest I've ever been on prep, especially 3 weeks out, especially if they know what kind of cycle I'm running or how low my carbs are. And it's because at this point, I'm not concerned. It's like I may lose, I might win, but this is the best I've ever looked. This is the leanest I've been 3 weeks out. This is the most mass I've ever carried, the strongest I've ever been, especially 3 weeks out. But if this is the strongest I've ever been in my life, the biggest I've ever been in my life, one of the leanest I've ever been in my life, obviously what I'm doing is right. I have nothing to worry about. And if I lose, it's because someone better showed up. It's not because I didn't do what I took. It's like if I lose by a 1 body fat percentage, that would be frustrating. I could have worked harder. But if you work too much harder, you might lose muscle. So then you're setting yourself back by years to win one show. So what's one show in the scheme of things? Well, when it's the beginning for you, one show's huge. One show is everything. You've got your family coming, and this person and that person. If you're like me, it's like I don't have any friends that have ever shown up to my shows outside of bodybuilding friends, except for maybe 1 or 2 here or there. Usually it's clients, new clients, you know, who care and are interested because they want to compete, you know, or it's people who are going to be at the show anyway because they're already a bodybuilder. You know, I think I've had 1 family member show up to 2 shows. And because at the time I had a girlfriend that invited that person. So it never was something that I was doing for other people. I didn't give a fuck what they thought. They're not bodybuilders. Their opinions mean nothing. If they don't know what they're doing at. You know, it's like if they don't care, they don't care. They don't have to show up. It's not like I'm going to stop being their friend because they don't want to see me in velvet red underwear, women's underwear, prancing around on stage, posing, oiled. It sounds gross. It's like, who the fuck would want to see that? But, so how could I fault someone for not wanting to be there? Certainly I'm not going to pressurize someone to be there. And then I'm not going to feel pressure to look good for other people because no one's going to be there. You know, it's my community is going to be there. That subsection of my life who already know what they're looking for, already know what I looked like last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. Ones will have really valid feedback. Yeah, not, oh, you look great. It's like, oh, your legs look soft compared to 2 years ago. that your arms look much bigger than ever before. No, that's useful feedback. That's important shit. So that's how I look at it. And the emotional content, the external validation, the feedback that new competitors are looking for is mind-boggling to me because I don't remember what it was like to be there. But I'm sure I was there at some point. So I try to be empathic and sympathetic, but it's difficult because it's so alien and far removed at this point. And I don't know what it's like to meet other people to tell me good things about myself, for me to like what I see when I look in the mirror. It's not going to help. Unless I look exactly the way I want, I'm not going to be happy. And if I do like the way I look, someone saying something negative isn't going to change that. It's just going to change how I interact with that person from that point forward. So I think part of that confidence and healthy aspect comes from a decade of competing, is that you become more confident and comfortable with yourself as you've achieved things and as you've learned how to manipulate and control your body. You're not at its mercy. You know, and also, of course, if you spread yourself out into other areas of life and your self-worth is involved in other aspects, like if you have a good business or you have a family that you created or you have kids that are successful in school and you're a part of that because you're a good parent, all of that would give you self-esteem that's durable. And it's not based off of external validation or something as transient as skin tone or body fat percentage or the weight you lift. Because if you put all your eggs into the bodybuilding basket and you tear a muscle and can't lift, or you're one of those people that pigs out and gets fat, then your self-esteem is going to go in the toilet. So, I guess this is just deep thoughts on cardio equipment. Maybe I'll listen to this later and think it's a bunch of worthless shit. But usually when I put these reflective pontifications out, people find some value in them. It reaches one person. It helps them. So if I can help one person, is this 7 minutes of my life worth it? Sure. I'm going to go back to my inflames. You enjoy your cardio today, so I know I'm enjoying mine.